The guy behind me fell asleep, and every once in a while he would snore louder than the movie. And if that's not commentary to this $120 million film bro slogfest, I don't know what is. Welcome back, and once again, thank you for trusting me with your full spoiler movie reviews. That thing I do where I watch movies and then I tell you all about them. As always, I am unpaid and unsponsored. And spoilers, all the spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, you can go ahead and scroll. I won't be offended. Spoilers. Okay, here we go. This is the swan song of Francis Ford Coppola, Megalopolis. And to put my experience of Megalopolis in perspective, I took an Irish lit class in college, and I had to read Dubliners by James Joyce. And I had to go through, like, story by story and discuss themes and answer questions and things. And the questions didn't make sense to the story, and I have no idea where people were getting the answers to this. They were just themes that I never quite caught on, and to this day, I still don't know where the fuck it meant. That's a bit like watching this. I was having flashbacks. By the way, I do not like James Joyce. Anyway, what's this about? So we're in a city/country that's America, but it's also New Rome, but it has an American flag, and it also has a Confederate flag, but essentially it's being kind of run into the ground by the mayor. The mayor, boy. And the mayor has a daughter. Well, Adam Driver is this dude with like a new innovative discovery made by his family called I'm gonna call it Megalodon. I don't remember the name of it. But essentially it can kind of do anything. It's like the nanobots from Big Hero 6. They can kind of just transform into everything. And he wants to build a utopia with that. It's a city of dreams. And the mayor's like, fuck no, we're not doing that. And at first the argument was, we need to be spending money on like infrastructure things, healthcare, schools. And I was like, yeah, you should probably get that in line before we start trying to build a utopia with this weird material. But then it turned into, because if you build a utopia, eventually it becomes a dystopia. But what the hell's the point if you're already in a dystopia? Anyway, so the mayor's daughter, goes to work for him. Now, the thing is, both of them seem to have the power to freeze time. Why? I don't know. Does it actually mean anything? No. But they get together, and the mayor's all pissed off about it because before he was mayor, he was the district attorney. Specifically, he was the prosecutor against Adam Driver, who was charged with murdering his first wife. Now, supposedly she died from insulin overdose, and then the body went missing, but it turns out that the mayor hid the body. And apparently it wasn't insulin at all because she drove the car off the bridge and self-yeeted. Does any of that have to do with anything? Kind of. Apparently she was pregnant. There were twins. That's where he discovered the megalodon. How? I don't know. But whatever. So Adam Driver's kind of gaining some popularity with the rest of civilization with his whole idea of a utopia. Well, he's pissed off more than a few people with this. He has an uncle who's the CEO of the National Bank, and the CEO uncle's pretty on board with whatever he does. However, the 80-zillion-year-old CEO uncle also married Adam Driver's mistress, who was not on board with everything because she was sleeping with them both and wanted all the money to herself. So she used her powers to manipulate the bank things to freeze all of Adam Driver's accounts. It then becomes a dominatrix to Shia LaBeouf and gets him to run for office and try to kill his dad and become CEO of the bank and a takeover. Basically, the mistress and Shia LaBeouf tried to overtake the bank so that they could overthrow the government. But what they didn't expect was Jon Voight to go full Tywin Lannister and pretend a crossbow was an erection, and then he shot Aubrey Plaza through the heart and Shia LaBeouf in the ass twice. And then Jon Voight takes back the bank and leaves all his money to the Megalopolis Utopia Society thing. Adam Driver and his wife lady have a baby. They get married in the back of a car. And now Megalopolis is being built and there's bipartisanship. The end. Yes, really, the end. Now, did I like it? No. Scratch it. Let me explain something. This is a script that would have made a fantastic book. The first hour of this movie, the script reads like Shakespeare. Which, I'm a Shakespeare fan. I'm a wordsy girl, if you can't figure that one out. But it doesn't translate on screen, or at least it doesn't translate on screen like it should. You have gorgeous writing while everything on screen is batshit crazy. Imagine if Baz Luhrmann made Oppenheimer, and that's what you have. Although my favorite game to play in this was guess when the baby is real and when the baby is fake, because it's very obvious. The problem you're going to come down to in this movie is that it is made for a very, 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 very niche audience. This is made for people who love Shakespeare and the Iliad and the Odyssey, but also film bros. Like the worst kind of film bro. You know what I'm talking about. This is most definitely not for everyone. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10 because that's the only thing that seems reasonable. You made a $120 million blockbuster of something on a level of what I would say like a PhD dissertation because you gotta read between the lines. When that's not what people want to sit through. That you practically need a PhD to understand because there's so much like in between the lines. And overall, would have been a good book, makes for an awful movie. So 3 out of 10. Okay, bye. Can you hear the people singing the song of angry men?